Hey there friends, and welcome to episode 12 of my Per Aspera gameplay series. I'm Icon, and today I have to discover how I'm supposed to achieve the next quest to create a breathable atmosphere. This is a little bit more difficult than what I did before, because we're not allowed to have the O2 bigger than 30%. We're not allowed to have the CO2 bigger than 5%. And what's the rest supposed to be made out of then, I wonder. So, long story short, I don't think that I have anything available which would help me right now. So, for now, let's play the expansion game a little bit further. Because, well, as I have noted several times before, more income just makes us stronger. Oh, no factories. That's why it doesn't. That's why it doesn't compute. So, here we go. Maintenance-wise, I'll need to create a new hub there. So, here we go. That's fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I came myself. I did that twice. I already started building one last episode. Whoopsie. Totally forgot about my own plans. Okay, so down there's a few more units of chemical stuff. And oh, that's useful. So the game has received its version 1.4 patch between this and the last session. So that's one of the new add-ons there. I like that. So now it's way easier to find your stuff, you know. So I really have no clue how I'm supposed to decrease the amount of O2 in the atmosphere again. Should I shut down my biodomes? I mean, they convert CO2 into O2. That's certainly nothing I would like to. So I'm gonna trap the CO2 back into ice, because right now this whole planet is completely liquid, fluid, whatever. So I guess that's one of the problems that's happening right now. So yay, my atmosphere turns flammable. I have no clue what that'll do, but I have the slight feeling like I should do something about that. Well, let's provoke it. It's gonna end. It's not gonna end good, I'm pretty sure. But if I don't try, I'll never find out what'll happen. So there's one Hyperloop bus there. So let's create another Hyperloop bus here to make sure we get everything we need. I love those Hyperloops. They're truly, truly useful. Alright, so carbonate nuclear extraction is done quite soon. And I decided to create yet another food factory down here, because in this area here I have quite the accumulation of water and chemicals, and therefore I think it's a good spot to do this. So there's also a good spot for another storage center. There we go. Okay, so whoa, my workers are really diminishing. So is it now finally time to put up a new worker factory? No, I'm just low on parts. How so? I mean, seriously, why? Well, we're just gonna upgrade that thing and see what that'll do. Well, maybe I ran short on parts because just... okay, electronics, the same scenario. I think back in the past I didn't use as many of those. But now, consumption has changed, so I guess that's a good move. Oh, that's better. Dang. So, seems like cats moved my camera again. They really like to do that overnight. Okay. So, electronic components and parts. Ugh. Nothing happens if we don't focus stuff. It's really some issue here with this game. At times I feel like it's super hard to keep your logistics running. So, nuclear carbonate extractor. That would give me the option to put more CO2 back into the atmosphere. I don't know if that's actually good. I don't think it would be good. So let's see. Nitrate nuclear extractions. So N2 is the only substance I have no I don't have in my atmosphere yet, so I assume that I will need that, because I really have no other clue how I'm supposed to do that otherwise. Because I can't do much more than increase CO2, increase O2. There are not too many different ways I could go here. But since I'm amping up my food and ice production, water production, I have a certain hope that the population count will now rise. Because, well, I provide. And therefore, we should be able to finally progress some with the science speed, because right now I feel like science speed wise it's terrible. Also, come on guys, I got 70 units of aluminum. There are 6 hubs around this spot here, worker hubs. Oh boy, I hope they'll do it one day. Well, there's the third one. So that's that was a problem I overlooked, obviously. So I hope my drones will be able to provide the aluminum before everything breaks down. Otherwise, I need to reload and do that again. But looks like my drones are done with it soon. Jeez. Yeah, but there's lots of empty hubs around it. So this one has a 100% load, and most other hubs around the facility are dead. So if you check it out in detail, it does make sense. See here, they're all dead, which is really bad, but well, so the parts factory has been upgraded before the electronics factory. However, that was possible because officially there was no more there were no more electronics. Do I have more than one facility? No, my workers are breaking down. This is really spooky, gotta say. Yeah, I got a second one, so that's saving me here. I see. Alright, so this bad boy now needs input, and I hope. So material-wise, let's focus that thing. Material-wise, I got everything I need. So we should be fine at some point, but with that amount of worker breakdown here, I really need to create a new worker facility. That's quite spooky, gotta say. So, for some odd reason, there is no production happening at my worker factory, although all the materials are available. It's quite frustrating when that happens, because it's seriously very, very hard to understand why that possibly should happen. But I guess it's just there are not enough drones right now available around the spot, and therefore they just break down. But I guess now we should be fine sooner or later. I mean, here I can notice that this spot here is logistically way less depleted. The drones here are immediately jumping into work and getting things done, you know. So turns out those prioritizations are perfectly fine here. Arf. I didn't expect these problems, but look at that. Workers are breaking down and breaking down. The real big issue here is that this can completely destroy your game. As odd as it might sound, I mean, at some point, if you have no more workers, you can't produce anything anymore. And if you have no more workers, you can't produce electronics or parts. And if you have no electronics or parts, you can't produce no more workers. And therefore, your whole process can come to a halt. I must say that's one of the things I don't like about the game design here. Because I feel like it's a personal thing of mine. I don't like hidden loss conditions. I consider this a hidden loss condition because, you know, it's not clearly obvious. It just dawns on you when you play the game longer that there's a certain combination of events that can ultimately kick you down. But well, since I seem to be able to get myself out of this crisis sooner or later, rather later than sooner, this thing here seems to be completely broken down. But that's mainly because the workers around it are just broken down. Empty, 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 empty. So I think what this game would need would be more or less a readout of the effective range of every factory here. Polymus factory. Why did I do that? Definitely not necessary. So there's still not really an upwards trend here, but why is that red now? Ah, because I don't have any parts. I see. So I hope the situation will now get back to normal. But yeah, well, workers start to be produced again. Okay. And that's all due to one factory being neglected for a while. In particular, this parts factory. That was the whole problem here. So let's build another parts factory. Well, so I guess that's a good point to explain why you shouldn't. Oh no, I can select them all, but I can't turn them all down all. Oh no. That's a good point why you should. Oh, that one's empty. No, I promise I'll finish my sentence one day. That's a good point why you should finish your second worker factory in time before it's really necessary. Sorry, there are so many things happening right now which bug me. Especially those biodomes Oh, double click and disable them all. I need that. I need that functionality because right now I don't want to create more O2. Like, really not. Completely went too bonkers there. So no clue if the aquadomes will are actually beneficial to my cause. So I'll just leave them on for now. But well, here the worker count is finally rising again. That's good. So that situation should be resolved in a moment. Okay, so meanwhile, I guess several years have passed or something like that. I don't know. Certainly enough time to get a few things happening here. So what happened here? The hyperloops have a pretty high hunger for parts, and that's why everything went down here. I see. So how much is in there? 1.4k, so that's good. Gotta wait until the next hyperloop is done though before I expand further. So there's another no, that water deposit is already drilled in. Oh, we just recently discovered that one. I wondered, but that makes sense. So we uncovered a few new units of water down there and a few down there. Well, okay. I guess I'll keep my expansion into that direction, especially this one is quite desirable because it'll be flooded one day. So rather go now than be sorry later. Ooh, what's that? Okay. So there's really a lot of room for expansion here. Look at that, even one more. So, oh, it's burning down. Is this seriously? Yeah, it is seriously out of maintenance area, but that's okay. I mean, I'll just scrap them, you know. I didn't need that many of them anyways, so that was it's just beneficial actually. So let's turn down the aquadomes too, because well, you see, O2 numbers keep rising. Let's see if that does anything, because basically I can't do much more right now than keep waiting for science, because well, obvious reasons. So focus the food factories, because we I see again a dwindling amount of food in my stockpiles. I don't like that. Ugh. No, I'm sorry, guys. You don't need to leave only because our stockpiles dwindled a moment. Okay. Then you go, you. They're all going now? So... slowly regaining research progress here. Okay. So, food and water. Water is lowering here too, so let's focus a few of those bad boys. Just to make sure that everything keeps flowing. Okay, so Hyperloop connections. Yeah, well, we can only connect with this one properly. Then I'll just do another expansion here. I'm well aware that all this will be flooded one day, but well, that's fine. It is necessary after all. So we produce 15.7 per month, but our demand is way higher. So, well, maybe I should start and research the higher tier mines at this point. Ah, well. O2 levels are still rising. Quite surprised about that, because I don't actually understand from... here. There's still aquadomes. But we should have now... here. There's another bunch of biodomes. I really built a lot of that. So now we're just gonna recreate CO2. And I don't know, maybe we're gonna trap it all in ice afterwards. I think sounds like a strategy we might attempt. I really have no clue about terraforming in this stage. But that's honestly one of the things I like most about this game, that it gives me the opportunity to tinker around with such theoretical concepts like terraforming, because right now we're really far away from humanity. Won't be doing realistic terraforming for quite some time in the future, apart from involuntary terraforming, like greenhouse gases on our planet. It's not like we do that on purpose. So, is there everything now? Oh, we can. This guy is not burnt down yet. Is there anything where I need to amp up my logistics or such? I think we're at a good spot now. Workers are finally everywhere basically, and well, the only thing we could go for would be another bunch of aerological scanners back here. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, well, electronics are a little bit low. Don't want to overstress my network then like that. But yeah, those hyperloops really are doing a lot of work here for us. There we go. Upgrading a few roads here and there. 5 more months for Space Tech 4. That's good. Because right now I'm pretty much out of options here. Greenhouse gas. Got not many of those. Do I need more greenhouse gases to create a proper atmosphere? If I only knew, honestly, that's something I'm struggling a little bit with. So here, extracts carbonates from the regolith, and this would increase the temperature of... So there's more CO2 in the regolith. Extracts carbonates from the regolith and releases CO2. Well, there's not too much left there, so let's do one of them though, to get the last bit out of the regolith. And then, well, I don't really know what I'm... oh, that's... you need to place that on a carbon source. Okay. I see. Gotta check out where I'll find one. So, just scrapping down a few derelict places. Alright, we're gonna scrap this buddy here. Yay! So, my idea was to, well, let's go for the space elevator tech next before I go for the bigger guns. I mean, my research production is rising now. Okay, we're... well, it's okay. It's okay. I don't need to overproduce like crazy here. So, let's try this bad boy. Quite curious about this one, honestly. So, expansions just take a pretty long time, obviously. We're finishing every other building except for the power plant in the vicinity first. Drones. Without my prioritization, you are nothing. And even with it, you often just do no such smart thing. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so at least the fission plant is now online. See? How much more fun is it with the power? You guys, you. Okay, meanwhile, the CO2 project. Okay, so that thing is outputting a certain amount of CO2 here into the atmosphere. Is that good? I have no clue. But if I increase the total amount of CO2 in M bar, the relationship between CO2 and O2 will shift. And maybe I'll drop beneath the 30% flammability threshold again. That's why I went up and wanted to do that. Ain't that a carbon source too? So let's try that here. Or, hey, wait a sec. There's... No, I'll stay here and leave that carbon source here open for... Maybe I'll need it later, you know. Okay, so that's that. More chemicals everywhere. Jeez, what's eating up my electronics like that? Or oh, I can't already tell. I'm pretty sure it's the workers. Yeah. Got quite the hunger for electronics here, so let's upgrade the this facility. I think that'll help us a lot too. All right, good stuff. So now I'm really curious about these thingies, what they'll do in the long run. New colonists, new mouths to feed. But one thing I noticed, they'll need quite a lot of time until they do something in a larger scale. Okay. I really would like to have more people living on Mars. But right now, my big issue with that is I don't dare to overstress my already very fragile logistics system. So... certainly an unexpected piece of gameplay here, gotta say. Really. Didn't expect that to be such an issue. But I mean, there's one thing I gotta respect about these games. Look at those mines go. The AI of logistics and transportation networks, pathfinding in general, is one of the hardest things to code. according to programmers, that is. But I honestly, I do understand that, because that's trying to teach your program a rudimentary form of intelligence, you know. It is a rudimentary form of intelligence necessary to understand that you have to how to find a path somewhere. If that makes any sense. I certainly hope it does. So we're gonna expand down there next episode, because for today we're done. So yeah, space elevator coming up next episode. Awesome stuff. Also quite optimistic towards my progress here, but yeah, we still got to do a lot of science here, and well, due to my very fragile food production here, I really dislike the fact that there's water everywhere, but we can't create new water out of these huge bodies of water. That's a little bit seriously, water is the biggest bottleneck so far, because we need my colonists need water and food at the same time, and food needs water and chemicals. So long story short, water is on a double stretch in terms of necessity pressure, and that's something you really notice the longer you play this game, I gotta say. But I don't want to mutter too loudly. I'm enjoying myself. Games are no fun if they don't pose any challenges whatsoever either. So yeah, so far my only gripe was with the logistics system, but I'm getting past that now too, due to the hyperloops. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. Next episode, like I mentioned, big expansions towards south. Today was well, maintenance day, I'd say. It was really necessary. I mean, the O2 is still rising. Why? Anyways, friends, see you soon. Drop me a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe. I'd be delighted if you did so. And until then, have a good time. See you then. Bye-bye.